Hey, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are having a great day so far. And I'm going to let you guys in on a company, a SPAC that's near its NAV. So your downside's very limited on this one. It's sitting at 10.52 right now. So $10 is as low as it could go. So your risk per share is 52 cents. That's about as low as you can get in the stock market. For upside, that could reach very high. I've done these kinds of plays with a lot of different stocks and a lot of different SPACs. I love buying them near NAV after they announce a merger. I've done it multiple times and I'm up hundreds of percents on some of these plays. So if you want more of these, I have a full speculative playlist that I run through these. So just subscribe and I'm always going to keep you guys up to date on these. So that is the best way that I would say that you could get these as well. Realistically, when you guys ask me like what news sources do you use to follow these, I have a bunch of different ones, all the way from Seeking Alpha to Bloomberg, all these different ones. I pay for most of them actually, so I'm really on top of it when it comes down to these, and I try to get a video out as soon as possible. But this one is ACEV, and this one will be merging with a company called Achronix, I believe is what it's called. But this is a very complicated business. So I found and I dug up this video by the CEO, and he's kind of explaining what Achronix is. So I'm going to throw that in right here so I don't have to explode my brain off trying to explain this.
That's a complex thing, but it's actually relatively simple. We're a fabless chip manufacturer based here in Santa Clara, and we build a series of what are called programmable chips that are aimed for data acceleration. So we're a fabless chip company, and we build chips that go into infrastructure equipment.
So not to immediately compare you to competitors, but when I hear about field programmable chips in particular, that takes me over to a public company folks have been buying up like crazy over the last year, Xilinx. Walk me through how you are carving into this market that I know has been a huge growth avenue. Where do you sit compared to other peers in terms of size and client base?
So yeah, we're still relatively small, but we're obviously growing very quickly. And what we've done is that we're innovating in our products in two areas. First of all, we're building a series of high-performance chips that go into computer acceleration. So they would be used for things like artificial intelligence and machine learning. These chips can also go into the new wireless 5G infrastructure. They can help with high-speed communications. And then more recently, we're seeing some exciting opportunities for our products that will go into autonomous vehicles. So some very broad applications for our products in some high-growth end market applications. But our products, what makes the company very unique is we have two classes of products. One is a high-end chip business where we sell and manufacture our chips with TSMC. The second piece is we also license our IP. So companies that also want to manufacture their own chips can take a special piece of our acceleration technology and put it into their own applications. And that's very exciting because we're leveraging the R&D teams of many companies outside ours. The second piece that I would say then is from an overall market standpoint, we expect that those key applications of AI, ML, 5G wireless, networking, automotive, that's going to be a very balanced portion of our revenue. So you'll see each of those key segments driving our long-term revenue growth.
So if that flew over your head, that's fine. I had to watch that multiple of times to really get it down, but I got the gist of the business model, and I would recommend you guys rewatch that over and over again until you get it if you are actually serious about investing in this. But we're going to go over the numbers here in a minute because that is really what matters with these SPACs in some sense. Like, this is a company that is actually profitable, growing honestly like no other, and its margins are incredible. Instead of being like Intel margins, it's more of like a software company. We're sitting around like 30%, 35% EBITDA margins, which is incredible. So we just heard Robert Blake talk. He is the CEO, and he is the most important person here that at least I could say from the business. The chairman and founder of the company, they were founded in 2004, so this is a very long-term play. But he was previously an engineer at NASA. I believe he was an engineer, and that is John Holt. But as for the transaction, offering price $10, that's why I say it can't really go under that because that's how much cash they hold. It can't go under that until they actually convert into whatever ticker it's going to be. Once that happens, it can go wherever it wants to go to zero if they start sucking it up. But this is going to give the company $300 million of money to work with, and that's money that they could use to expand on existing products, bring new products to the marketplace. And as you guys heard, they're working on 5G products, autonomous vehicles products, all sorts of semiconductor products. So I would not be surprised if we see growth at like no other company. With all these things going, so much tailwind at the back of this, I could see this absolutely exploding over the next few years. We're looking at around 1.7 to 2 billion, right? And that's pro forma is the 2 billion will be after the existing cash, and that's going to be the valuation that we're going to be going off of. But yeah, as we've gone over the key markets here, 5G, AI, all sorts of AI, autonomous AI, artificial intelligence, just all in general, as well as data centers and data hubs, really. So they already have key partnerships. TSMC, that's an existing partnership that's been going on for over a year. Intel, Bitware, Synopsys, and Mentor Graphics. Those are some key partnerships that they already have. I'm guessing that makes up the bulk of their revenue at this time. But there are some big names investing in this. There's BlackRock. The Chamath actually is an investor in this as well. That's why I really like this one as well. Chamath, everything he touches doubles in price as a SPAC merger. So just watch out for this one. That's why I'm really watching this one. But this company in 2021 is estimated $158 million of revenue and 76% gross margin with a EBITDA margin of 32%, which is like software numbers. I'm telling you, like compared to another company I own like Salesforce, which is a complete software business, this has similar margins there. As for the opportunity in general, though, this is why I like it, because there's all this tailwind that's coming at it. These are all high growth focused end markets. So computers, artificial intelligence, automotive, 5G, just overall, we're looking at a very, very strong growth just in the general market. So they don't need a huge market share to become a pretty large business in general. All right, let's get into the revenues, because that's about as much as most of us are going to understand about this business from like a fundamental product perspective. We just need to know that they're in semiconductors in an expanding market, and they are really at the forefront of it. They're at the forefront of fully module chips, which they call the Speedster. The Speed Core is the IP. Speedster is the chip. Speedster 22 is another chip, apparently. Looks like the Speedster 7T is the newest chip that's going to be coming out here. But at the time of this, they had 238 million orders received in 2020. But as for revenue projections over the years, we're estimated a 30-year average growth rate here, which is very, very, very strong. And that results in a lot of companies can grow top line numbers, but the bottom line number, if they could stay at 30% margins, that is going to be incredible for the shareholders here. So as the years develop, they estimate in 2023, 235 million in sales, and that is going to be made up of just their 2 core products here, and that is going to phase out the Speedster 22. So the Speedster 7T is going to be all of their sales, as at least what they estimate by 2023. And their market share in general, they estimate data centers and networking is going to be the largest here, and that's in 2021, but this should stay the same. And 5G is only 1%, and automotive is only 0.3%. So I see so much growth potential for these two. As we know, autonomous vehicles, very, very popular. The reason why Tesla's up so high this year. 5G wireless, that's going to be coming in every phone very, very soon. It's already coming with the iPhone, already coming with the Samsung, so we already know these things. So I want to take you guys over to a similar company in some fashion, very similar actually. They do basically the same thing. So Nvidia, their price earnings ratio is looking around 85, and their 5-year price targets or 5-year growth projections sit around the low teens, okay? I mean, some put them in I guess more around the 20% mark over the next 5 years. However, they are sitting at an 85 price to earnings ratio. ACEV, if we come here, we can look at their net income estimates for next year. And if they are able to hold off that 32% margin with 158 million basically in revenue, we'll be looking at around 50.3 million in net revenue. So if we were to compare anything like Nvidia, that would put this business at a $4.5 billion market cap, which right now it's trading at about, 40. So as you can see, there's a lot of growth potential there. If we're sitting at the 50.3 billion, the current valuation sits around here. But if we evaluate like any other competitor of it, if everyone comes to a synopsis that this is what it should be valued at, this is a $50 stock really at the end of the year, which is absolutely incredible. Now I'm going to keep my targets a little lower. I estimate around 30 to 35 is what I would put this at. And that gives us, obviously we're sitting at 1052 right now. So that is a lot So those are my price targets. That's my real analysis there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what else you guys want to talk about. Also, use those comments down below as a hub for this stock. Any new news that comes out, please do list it down there. Everyone wants to know the latest and greatest, because if they watch this video a month from now, things could change, you know? So keep everyone updated. Comment down there, and also be sure to get your $30 free with M1 Finance. That'll be ending soon, so go do that. You could get your 30, refer a friend, get another 30. That's $60. You can refer up to, I don't know, I don't think there's a limited amount, so you can get basically unlimited money just by going with M1 Finance for a long-term growth portfolio. But that's going to do it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.